Welcome to Life's Rich Tapestry, a podcast exploring the narrative of people's layered lives. Listen in on courageous conversations spoken from the heart. Gain insight into another's life as we tackle compelling topics which will expand your mind, help you gain perspective, and might even inspire you to do things differently. My name is Evelyn, and I look forward to your company. And welcome to another show of Life's Rich Tapestry. Now, I'm here today with Maria, and she was sharing with me a little bit of her husband's health journey, and I thought it'd be interesting to talk about that today because we all have different health journeys, and she's going to let us know all about that. So welcome to the show, Maria. I'm so happy to have you here.
Yeah, thanks, Evelyn. Lovely to see you again. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, nice to have you. Now, I know that you were telling me a little bit about Lee's, his name is Lee.
Yeah.
And sorry, how long have you been married?
Oh, we've been married, we've known each other now for 13 years and only married for 2.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. So he had a little bit of a health issue. Now, you share that with us.
Oh, okay. So for when I met Lee, he had this little spot on the shoulder the size of his thumbnail, and it was itchy and uncomfortable, and sometimes it will weep, and it wasn't pleasant and it wasn't nice to look at. So he will take himself to the doctors, and the doctors will prescribe a really strong ointment.
Oh, okay.
And he will just put it on and it will disappear. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And then it will come back again. And then it'll disappear and then come back again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how long did he have that?
He had it for over 40 years. Can you believe that?
Oh
40 years of using the
God.
same thing. Yeah.
And what was it? Was it colored or?
It was kind of reddish and whitish, and then, and sometimes it get really angry, and it'll just kind of weep a little bit and get, as I said before, itchy. Yeah. Mm.
Oh, and so what? So that was. So did it progress further, or was it always just in that one spot?
Yeah, well, this is where the journey began. So we retired in 2015 from the workforce, and we decided to travel. We love Port Douglas, as you know, and it's such a beautiful place. So we were planning the trip to go to Port Douglas, and around about late July or mid-July in there somewhere, he woke up one morning with that little issue on his shoulder all over his body. He was itchy, he was uncomfortable, it was red, it was angry, and his belly was quite hard and distended. He's pretty athletic. I mean, he's a fit guy. So that's when it all started.
Can I just ask how old he was when this issue started, and how old was it when it flared up all over the body?
Well, it flared up in 2015. He had it 40 years prior to that. He is now 64 and is 2022. So
that's when
I'm not very good with maths. I know I like my numbers, but
okay. Oh no, so I was just trying to get a timeline of when it started. So it started like in his 20s, had it for about 40 years, and then it flared up after you were it flared up in Port Douglas.
Just before 10 weeks before we were due to go, and that was really horrendous.
Oh, and so what did you do then?
Well, we toddled off to the doctors. We didn't know any better, and so then we spent the next 10 weeks up and down the mountains, all over the place, down the coast, up the coast, inland, wherever they told us that somebody could help us, we went to. We saw doctors, specialists, we saw naturopath, Chinese doctors, and nobody could help us. We spent a fortune on changing his clothes because we didn't know what it was, whether it was something irritating the skin. Then we changed his diet and his food, so everything in the pantry had to go. And then we changed all the linen because we just went through an elimination process. What is it that is causing this? Couldn't find out. And after many exams and doctors and a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of very sleepless nights because he couldn't sleep properly. He couldn't sit down for long. He couldn't wear clothes for long. It was just really awful just to watch him go through this. It was agonizing for him, very, very he was in a lot of discomfort.
Okay.
The doctor said at the very end, look, you're just going to have to take the stronger prescription. And there's nothing else we can do. We don't know what else to do. You're just going to have to use this for life.
Oh, my goodness. And so that was just a normal doctor, not a naturopath.
No,
just
that was his doctor.
That was his doctor. And I guess you probably can't tell us what he prescribed because it didn't work, did it?
No. It was really strong ointments that you put on the skin when you have an itchy situation on the skin.
Wow.
Yeah. So the doctor said this is all we can do, and I refused to believe that was the case.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a rebel.
Yes, you are. You are.
I'm always getting into trouble. Anyway, I did not care. So I went looking, and in my search, I found a chiropractor down, of all places, Port Kembla. And we live in the mountains, so we travel quite a bit. Anyway, she sort of said, look, there's nothing I can do for you either.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And we were so desperate. And it was then that she said, go and see this guy and who just went through a huge health upheaval, and he's fine. I said, I don't care what we got to do. Just tell us.
Right.
So, yeah.
So after you spoke to this lady or doctor in Port Kembla, what did you do? Did you contact?
Oh, yeah, totally.
So, okay.
I rang this fellow and I said, look, I need help.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are. I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
I mean, when you've got somebody that you love in such pain and discomfort, you go looking. I do anyway. It doesn't worry me. And he proceeded to tell me, yeah, sure, I can help you with that. And he sort of told me this about this new biotechnology was out in the world, and he said that it had actually helped him address two major cellular issues in his body that were threatening his life. So he was showing me pictures of what it looked like in hospital, and I'm looking at this man who looked similar, but he was very healthy in front of me.
Wow. Just out of curiosity, how old was this gentleman?
He's now 52, and this is 7 years ago.
Okay, so 7 years ago, and he kind of had the same thing that Lee had then?
No, he had another cellular issue, internal cellular issue.
Okay,
really nasty. Okay. And so I said, look, I really don't mind what it is. Please tell me. We're at the very end. We don't know what to do. Nobody can help us. Mm-hmm. So he told me what to do with this particular technology, and I kind of believed him, but I went looking myself. I needed to do more research.
Okay.
And then I realized that this particular technology was addressing the issue at the cellular level. So I went ahead and we did it. We supplemented his body with this stuff. Yeah. And they came in a liquid form and it came in a gel. Yeah. And we decided that, look, we don't care what it is. We're just going to give it a go.
Yeah. Sorry, interesting. So you call it technology. Why do you call it technology?
Because it's a technology that has been around for over 50 years. But it's something that we have in our bodies. There's a communicators that we have in our body. So I've learned a little bit about it right now. Mm-hmm. So they tell the body and the cells what to do.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So they're very fleeting, very easy they go back to being salt and water in our cells, or they go back into being this communicator type molecule that goes to the body and it tells the body what to do and how to fix it and, where to go or whatever. I'm not a science, but I did learn a little bit about it. Yeah. So we found that Lee's body was very depleted. Out of these particular molecules. And then later on, I also found that I was very depleted because apparently by the time you turn 40, you're not making as many communicators as you did when you were young, when you had 100% production. So your body, by the time you're 40, apparently you make 50%.
Okay.
So if you're 50, you're making 40%. If you're 60, you're making 30. Well, he was, late 50s, so he didn't have a lot. So when we supplemented the body with these particular communicators, the body kind of started knowing what to do. Mm. And so something that he had for 40 years, it kind of fixed itself in 4 days.
Oh, that's interesting.
That was really interesting because Dan had a similar story. He went through 2 years of very intensive treatments in hospital for his particular issue. Yet when he started supplementing his body with this particular molecule, he actually recuperated in 9 months.
Wow.
Something that the hospital, the medical model couldn't do.
Yeah.
So I actually took notice. We were at wit's end. We didn't know what to do. So, yeah.
So, is this? So you're talking about communicators. I'm just a little bit confused.
No, that's okay.
So what are communicators?
Well, the body works. In our body, we've got these molecules which are signaling the body what to do. They signal the cells what to do.
Okay. Yep.
It's sort of like you have a house. You've got all the materials. You've got to have your tradesmen.
Yes.
To tell them what to do, in which case you are the communicator.
Right.
So you are the signaling person that talks between the materials and the tradesman to have a great house.
Okay.
You tell them what to do. We have the same thing in the body. So that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's the best way I can explain it. As I say, I'm not a scientist, so I don't have
Yeah. So what were you taking? Were you taking like vitamin supplements?
No,
or
it
how
comes
does that
in a
work?
liquid form. It comes in a liquid form.
Okay.
And it comes in a gel. And the interesting thing is that because it's exactly the same thing we have in our body, that's the technology. That's what they call it, a technology.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's made out of the same resources that we have in our body, but they make it outside our body. And our body is instant, and in our body, and outside the body, it takes 3 days.
Okay.
So he started drinking this stuff.
Okay.
And it took 4 days for him to get well because I'm a woman. And I thought, oh my gosh, what's it going to do to me? I started borrowing, quote unquote, out of his bottle some for me.
Oh my goodness.
And then I realized that it took me a little bit longer to notice results.
Okay.
It took me 2.5 years to change my body, to address my hormone issues and a whole lot of other stuff that obviously I didn't know I had. So it took me 2.5 years, took him 4 days. And I think that tells me that we're all so different, aren't we?
Yeah, we are different. And so how do you get this liquid, or how does that work? How does it even work? Like,
Okay, so because it was working for Lee, I didn't know it was working for me. It works, but sometimes you don't see it.
Yeah.
I did a bit of research. So I've discovered that our cells have got salt and water.
Right. Yes.
And inside the cell, we've got lots of little components. And there's one particular component called the mitochondrion.
Okay.
And the function of the mitochondrion is to produce energy when the body needs it.
Right.
So, and it makes energy out of salt and water through an electrical reaction in our cells.
Okay.
So if the body says, oh, I've got a problem, say, I don't know, I cut my finger.
Yeah.
Well, the body goes, we need some of those communicators to go and signal the body what to do and fix the cut on your finger. Right?
Yeah.
So when that happens, the body instantly makes these molecules instantly. And when the body doesn't use them, they go back to salt and water.
Right.
The technology is that when they tried to stabilize these molecules outside the body, they're very fragile and fleeting. So if you don't use them straight away, they go back to salt and water in seconds. So they're useless, right?
Right.
But with there was a particular atomic medical physics that it took him 2 years to stabilize them. Now, for over 18 months in a bottle and in a gel form, in a water-based gel.
Wow.
So the body, when you drink this stuff and put it on your skin, the body reacts straight away and it goes, I know what this is. Let's go to work.
Oh,
Let's get to work.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And so is this suitable for everybody?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah.
That's another thing. So, I didn't want him to take anything because, he's my hubby. And so I did do a lot of research and I found that, we're born with these things in our body. When the babies are little, they've got 100%. That's why we see them running around. They fall asleep, they get up and they run around some more. And you look at them and you go, I just need a break just from looking at you.
Got so much energy.
I got so much energy. I know. So, yeah. So so because of this, everybody can supplement their body with this, because to tell you the truth, nowadays we do need everything we can, to help our bodies. Yeah, absolutely.
So what do we do now? Like, what is this sort of magical solution?
I know, it's pretty magical, isn't it? It's just
Sounds
pretty awesome. So
yeah,
there's been it is a technology, and because of the type of technology that it is, let me go back a step. Because of what I did for him, I took notice and decided to learn a little bit more, because I knew people that were not very happy in the position they were with their health. So everybody's got issues. You and I know people that got issues. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can't keep this a secret. So I said, look, this might help you. Take a look at this. What is it? I've got no idea. Go and talk to so-and-so, because I just didn't know. But I have since found out that you can actually create your own online account and access these products, which comes in a bottle, in a gel, and a tube, online for your own use whenever you like. It's just your own thing. There is a humanitarian project behind it, because we know what it does now. I've been now using the product for 7 years. And I then realized that as every humanitarian project, it needs to be funded. So I discovered how it was funded. I kind of like the model, and I went ahead with it. So I now, I haven't now for the last 2 years, but normally I travel the world just sharing the message and talking to people and helping them out and guiding them how they can, potentially improve their health, or at least assist their body to do whatever it is that it's got to do.
Wow. Well, I'm totally fascinated. So what do people who are listening now, what can they do, or what do they do, or how does it work?
Well, if people are listening and they want to know more, they can get in touch with you or me and to give them my number. I'm quite happy with that, and happy to sort of give them the information. They can, whatever they want to do, and might be a good fit for them or not. But yeah, so that's what I do now. I just go around the world talking to people. I do it on Zoom now.
Okay.
I was talking to the US this morning. I do it on Zoom now, but there's I follow an abundance principle. Do you know what, Evelyn's? There's enough wealth and health and richness in the world for everybody.
Okay.
I really believe that.
Okay.
And it's just that, and if you are fortunate enough to have that little bit extra, I feel, it is my own personal opinion, that it's important for me to share what I've got, whether in knowledge, whether in food, or whether technology or understanding, or even just the smile as you walk down the street or something. We need to really share what we have, because some people are more fortunate than others. And I feel those anyway, I feel that's my responsibility to do that. So I follow that, and just to hope to create a better vision and a better world and for humanity.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll put some information in my show notes if anybody is interested.
Yeah, thank you, darling.
And that will be great. Is there anything else you wanted to share, or
no? I'm just really thank you for the opportunity to be here and talk to you about it. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, thanks so much.
So Lee is all better now.
He's 100% better.
Amazing.
He's never been better. And you know what? Somebody asked me this morning, what do you do to keep healthy?
Yeah.
Particularly nowadays. And I said, we're still supplementing our bodies. You never stop.
Yes.
And you never stop using the gel on your skin. Gets rid of wrinkles.
Yeah.
And cellulite, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm so close to 60 now, so I'm battling the cellulite and all the other bits. So we all do, but I got a little helper, which is fabulous. With the with the actual product, I supplement my body. I supplement Lee's body, but you know what? We don't take any medication.
Yeah.
Lee's 64. 64, he'll be 65 this year.
Yeah.
I'll be 59. We take nothing. We just drink this stuff.
Wow.
AM and PM.
Yeah.
Drink good water, good food, exercise.
Yeah.
Good vitamins, and that's
amazing. And he's never flared up or nothing. No. And the gel, he doesn't use the gel.
He does use the gel. Yeah, he
gel.
Likes to have his skin looking good,
Okay.
Men can be vain.
Yeah. Okay. That's so interesting. Well, I'll put information in the show notes if anybody is interested. And thank you so much for coming.
Thanks so much. That's really good. Nice, short and sweet. And yeah, thanks. It's
no
really
worries.
cool.
Yeah, thanks a
I
lot.
appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you so much for your company. Please tune in next week to Life's Rich Tapestry, where you will hear another courageous conversation spoken from the heart.